It's the All New Power Mornings with Letty and Teddy on Power
Yes,
106. And oh man, does it feel good to see greatness while it's getting there, man. We have CKay in with us. CKay, welcome.
CKay!
Welcome to the All New Power Mornings.
Thanks for having me.
No, you just told us off.
Did I?
You just read us. You just taught us the actual lyrics. We get the song wrong. Love Nwantiti. Did I say it wrong?
You actually said it better than most people.
No want
Most people say no watiti. Like, bro. No. The N is like partially silent, you know.
Okay.
Partially silent.
So
It's like it's not wantinti, it's wantinti. So the N is like
Yes.
it's almost silent, but it's not really silent.
We in Spanish we
Nwantiti.
have this thing called enye over an N, and it gives us that same sound. Nwantiti.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Woo!
wantinti.
But right from the beginning, we always say let, but that's not what it is.
It's ule, U-L-E.
U-L-E.
Does,
See?
does ule mean something?
Oh, snap. Okay. We can never do it
How do
again
you
now.
sound like that without effects? How do you sound like that regular?
I don't know.
Wow.
How you do?
It's talent.
Listen, CKay.
God's gift. You're welcome.
CKay, it's your first time in LA,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
You're from a different part of the world, right? You're from Nigeria. How does it feel to dominate radio from from a different country?
Right.
In LA, we play your song all the time,
Yeah.
all day long. How does that feeling like to just dominate? Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm killing it.
I don't know, man. It feels good, I guess, you know, like it's literally been loved everywhere, you know, in Europe, in America, in the Middle East. Like, it's surreal, you know.
Is there a certain part that throws you off? Like, how did my music get over there?
That would be Asia, man, because like Afrobeat songs don't really get into Asia, like
Wow.
you know. So that was a shocker for me. But like,
Man.
Was being an international success the goal of yours, or that's something that kind of stumbled upon you?
I mean, no one makes a song not trying to, you know, be
Touch the
successful.
world.
So definitely, like when I was making, you know, the song, I knew it was a good song, and I like, you know, I saw it being a global song. But like, you know, there's many songs that don't get to that point that probably deserve to get to that point. So,
Right.
you know, it's really nice that mine happened to get to that point, you know.
You know, there are songs, like you said, like everyone wants to cross over, you know, and people spend their whole careers trying to be, so I'm Hispanic. A lot of Spanish artists try to just cross over, try to make it, and it doesn't happen. But your song just transcends, partly because of literally the vibe, the energy that speaks that speaks every language.
Exactly, yeah.
When you were creating the song, what vibe were you in? Like, was it a day where you were just feeling like, I want to make a song that just is going to make people feel good? Or were you feeling emotional? Were you feeling sensitive? Where were you when you made this record?
Well, when I made Love Wantinti, I was in a relationship at the time. And I was literally in my living room, you know. I didn't even record it in a studio. I was in my living room.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was making a beat like I always do, you know. And after I made the beat, I did a freestyle on the beat. So it was like close to midnight. And I was actually tired. I was going to go sleep. But I was just like, yeah, let me just like lay down this idea. So I did verse 1 and the chorus. And I went to sleep. I was going to put words on the in the morning. But like, when I woke up in the morning and I heard the song, I'm like,
Yeah, that's fire.
That's
We're
perfect.
just gonna
That's
keep it.
fire.
That was more like melody's sake, just to have something there for you to just go
Exactly.
over.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I know, like again, of course, you make a record that you want to be worldwide, but isn't it crazy how that part that you freestyle is the easiest part to catch on to because it's melody, you know?
Exactly. I mean, I practically freestyled the whole thing, to be fair. Like, you know, I did like verse 2 and verse 3 the next day. But like, yeah, the beat, the first verse, the general like vibe of the song was that night, you know.
Man. So as this, you make the song, you know, you put it out, it starts to grow, it takes over. I'm assuming Nigeria, you know, it blows up there. Then you start to get phone calls that this country's taking off and it's taking off over here.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for that? You know, you blew up in your country. Before you can know it and can deal with that, now other countries are calling you. How do you personally handle that?
Man, it's crazy. Well, I try my best, you know, to like
Good start.
time management, because like I literally have to be in like 100 places at the same time.
Wow.
And it's
Right.
like it's a challenge, you know. but I'm managing quite well.
A good little work-life balance. You got it. So a lot of people don't realize how long songs take from when they're made to when they blow up, right? And come on, number one song in the world at one point. But when did you record Love Wantinti?
I recorded Love Wantinti early 2019.
Whoa!
And it came out late 2019.
Late 2019.
On my EP, CKay the First. And it was, we shot the video for the first remix with Jobo and Kwame Eugene.
Right.
And we put that out on Valentine's Day in 2020. And this was literally
insane.
Just before the pandemic.
Wow.
And now we play it every hour in April of 2022, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane.
CKay, the girl. You said you were in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Does she hear that song like, oh my gosh?
I mean, she liked the song.
Yeah.
But like by the time it came out,
Right, it was done.
You don't talk to her no
You
more.
guys-
Right.
You popping, bro.
Wow.
You worldwide now. You
No,
got-
it's not even about that. Like, I mean, sometimes things just don't work, you know.
Man,
You sound like a
sometimes things just don't work.
a smooth talker. I could tell.
Am I?
Now
Yeah.
because
I
things
don't
didn't
think
work.
I am.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
You're just you.
yeah.
Now that things didn't work, you know what I'm saying? Did she get owed a little, you know what I'm saying, back payment because the song took off a little bit and she kind of inspired us, you know, just thank you, we cool. Things didn't work, we're going to go our separate ways.
Man, I'd rather not talk.
No comment. Good answer.
It's a very it's
No
a very
worries.
touchy.
You know what? This song is something that puts you in a lot of people's ears, and clearly we know your name because of this song. But what's next? I see that you're out here in LA working. So are we working on an album?
Yeah, absolutely. My first album is coming out this year.
Wow.
I'm really excited about the album. With my music, I like to push sonic boundaries because I feel like if I make Afrobeats the exact same way my predecessors made it, there's literally no points, you know.
Right.
So I like to try new things. I like to push boundaries, you know. So it's something to look out for. I'm personally excited about it, and I think you should be too.
Yeah, I mean, you created a whole subgenre, right? Emo, Afrobeats.
Yes.
And you kind of you not only paving the way, you setting the bar too. And speaking on the fact that you a smooth talker, you a smooth operator. I mean, your visual just dropped a couple weeks ago, right? Emilliana.
Yes.
Now you're talking to another girl. My guy, it's
Telling
you're downplaying the situation, and I like
That's
that,
fine,
King.
that's
It's
fine.
different. But with Emilliana, it's the same thing. Video looks fly, by the way.
Thank you.
And so you're purposely I need to get this love out to the world. Who's Emilliana? Is this a real girl?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I was in a long distance relationship, and I made a song about it, and that was Emilliana. Like for me, I literally just chronicle my life in
Right.
my
Know that,
music.
right?
You know, like I'm talking about experiences, stuff I've actually been through, emotions I actually feel. You know, and I just turned them into songs, literally.
Yeah.
So you are the Afrobeats version of Adele. You turn your love life into classic music.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of comparisons.
Okay,
I mean,
I take that back.
I'm just
You're the CKay
I'm
of
CKay, bro.
You're the CKay of Afrobeats. But I love that you take your real life, and you turn it into art. That's beautiful.
Is there
Thanks.
a responsibility you feel being a Nigerian artist, right, and having a world stage now? I know it's a bit different creating for your home than it is, and clearly music is universal. But now you have different eyes and ears on you. And I'm not gonna lie, American audience is very critical. You know, when it comes to just dissecting music and what the album should sound like, are you protecting your energy from stuff like that? Or are you bringing the Nigerian sound or continuing to rep like that on this upcoming album?
Well, first of all, I am Nigerian, and that's the truth. That's the fact.
Yeah.
So, if I'm making art, I'm going to infuse lots of my identity
Yes.
into the music. And I mean, the fact that a song like Love Wantinti that's 50% Pidgin English, 50% Igbo is a global success in
Yep.
countries that do not even understand the thing I'm saying.
Man.
It says a lot about, how people connect to a vibe when it's
Yes.
real and when it's authentic, So for me, I feel lots of countries are listening to my music,
Right.
but I feel like I owe it to myself to just be myself, and make art. I feel like before music becomes a product, it's art.
Yeah.
And art is literally self-expression. So I don't think, anyone is in a position to tell me how to express myself, because these are emotions I'm feeling, and I'm the one feeling these emotions.
Facts.
So I'm going to explain my emotions to you the way I'm feeling them. You can either like it or you can't. It's
Right.
whatever, it's fine.
And the bars are there though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I don't understand the whole song, but I know you say you're like the oxygen I need to survive. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I told that to my fiance. I was like, you're the oxygen I need to, and it worked.
You're welcome.
Listen, rumors spread, right? As far as like, is this story true or not? I think I read somewhere that you didn't necessarily were supported about this dream from your parents, so you had to run away.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy to me, to run away, but is that true? Did you really have to?
Yeah, literally. I literally just left.
What were you doing? Like, what did they want you to do, if you don't mind me asking?
Anything else but
Wow.
music.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
medicine, because my parents were medical doctors.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
So they probably wanted me to do medicine or engineering or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I was like a straight A student too, so that
Wow.
wasn't helping things. You know?
Right.
Right, because you were good at that. You had the trajectory to do that.
Exactly, but I just didn't see myself being an engineer or a doctor.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do music because it's what I loved and I knew I was good at it. So
Who introduced you to music? Who put it in your ear and cultivated that love for music for you?
Well, there's no one person. Like from a very young age, I always gravitated towards music in different forms, like listening to radio, TV. My dad, he was an Anglican choir master, so he used to play the organ at the house. He used to rehearse and everything. So I always used to go listen. And one day I just asked him to teach me, so he gave me like the basics. And that was kind of the beginning of me
Spark.
playing,
Yeah.
And I started to play, and like a couple years later, I taught myself how to play the guitar as well.
Wow.
That's what's up.
And a friend of mine taught me how to produce as well. This was a while ago.
Yeah. We're not gonna give them all the facts.
Yeah, and that was like the beginning for me, and the rest was
amazing.
just like me figuring things out myself, being
Wow.
out there and stuff.
It's amazing, man. So I feel like with your story, we can all gravitate. I think everybody in this room
Right.
is doing something that their parents probably didn't want in the beginning, right? I think that's why we can relate to you. One thing that I love about you, because you're a cool, calm, collected guy, but I seen this interview online where someone kind of mentioned like, oh, you make music for TikTok or like the TikTok artist, and you got passionate, bro. And I love that because you don't make music for TikTok. It just happened to get on social media,
Right.
Exactly.
right? You're a real artist. And are you still having to combat that? Like, is that still a stigma that you're constantly having to dismiss? Not that anything's wrong with social media. We love all the checks, right?
Yeah, I don't even see it as a stigma. I just think it's misinformation, you know? Or people not just being aware. Like TikTok is literally an app with people. It's not livestock on there. It's it's human beings. So whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter, it's literally human beings on there. So if people like music, they like music. Like Love Wantinty was the #1 song on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Right.
As TikTok,
Yeah.
as well as Snapchat, as
Talk
well
that
as
talk.
every other app.
It's a list.
Come on now.
It's a
see,
list.
So anyone who says TikTok song is clearly uninformed. So
Yeah.
I'll just inform you any chance I get.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you're in LA. You've been in LA for a week. Have you ate the food here?
Yeah.
Damn, you sound unimpressed, G. I ain't gonna lie.
Here and there.
Look at your homies laughing. So, I don't even know if your homie or who is.
What
but
sucks the most?
Keep it honest with me.
I don't be eating food that sucks though. So I
Good.
don't know.
Okay. Have you tried the tacos, like the authentic street tacos? Or are you going to like these?
Actually haven't had tacos here.
Oh,
I had tacos
man.
in Miami, but
That's
they
not the
told
same.
me that tacos in LA are like different.
Yeah.
They are.
Different.
Don't
But
go to
I haven't tried it yet though.
Don't go to a restaurant. Let Letty, right, who knows the spot, let her take you to like the cut. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like to have authentic street tacos, it'll change your life. But if you go to like a restaurant in Hollywood,
No, they're
What?
gonna have the tacos. It's just too. If it looks pretty, it's not a real taco.
yeah, you gotta look
It can't look
greasy,
pretty,
and
yeah.
you gotta go. That's calories right
Yeah.
there, and it's gonna
Okay.
taste amazing.
Okay,
No.
so You're gonna take me, right?
Yeah.
I'm down to take you.
Awesome.
Well, what's your diet like? Because there's a lot of people that come out here and they're like, "Oh, I'm vegetarian. Oh,
No,
I eat meat."
I'm definitely not a vegetarian.
Right.
Okay.
But you love all the vegetarian fans. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, of course, but,
Yeah.
but like, I'm just not.
So I kind of want to jump back into like your upbringing. So making music in Nigeria, of course, then you, as we all know, you blow, kind of takes things in a different direction. And me assuming, the process is different in Nigeria. I don't have to assume because you're here to tell me. What are some things that you're focused on or that you're excited about now that you've broken into this American climate that might be a little different from how music is made and how things go in where you're from?
Wait, come again? What's the question exactly?
Long story short, the difference between, being an artist in Nigeria and being an artist in America, what are you excited for, with this American climate, some opportunities that present themselves in America that might not be there where you're from?
I mean, to be fair, I'm really open to everything. Like, I mean, every good thing, at least.
Right.
You
Talk
know,
that talk, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to collaborating with, artists I really vibe with here. Looking forward to playing all the festivals I'm booked for in the summer and in the fall.
Go ahead now. You could be here for a while.
Yeah, I'll be here for quite a while.
Yeah, because I know you mentioned Cardi before. You mentioned Cardi. You mentioned other people before.
Yeah, I think Billie Eilish is really amazing.
Are we hoping
And I'd
to
like to make a song with her.
Right. Okay, and I'm sure those calls are coming in. If not, after you said that, they definitely gonna be like.
Yeah, and basically, I'm just open to vibing,
Right.
while I'm here.
Love it.
So Nipsey, he's Eritrean. And so Nipsey, Tiffany Haddish, and a lot of other people that are from Eritrea and they're out here, they kind of connected because they're from the same place or their families from the same place. Do you find the same with Nigerian artists? I believe Tyler, the Creator, has Nigerian roots. Do you meet artists? Wale? Or do you meet artists and they're like, oh my God, there's a different connection because we have we're rooted in the same area from the same place?
Yeah, I mean, like, every time I travel, like, even if it's not like an artist, if it's just like a Nigerian, it's like, it's always nice to like, link up with a Nigerian because like we understand each other on a different level. Like we have our lingo, we have the kind of food we like. So it's like automatically we connect, on a much deeper level than when I meet everyone else. So it's nice to link up with Nigerians.
Yeah, everywhere. It takes you back home, even if you're away.
Go ahead,
do you have any fear of like Afrobeats being, I don't want to say commercialized, but like watered down a little bit now that it's becoming a more popular sound here in America and in different countries?
It already is.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Yeah, it already is. Like, I mean, maybe watered down is not the right term, but it's like
overused maybe.
Lots of people like non-Afrobeats artists are tapping into the sound and stuff and fusing it with all kinds of stuff, and it sounds good most of the time.
Yeah, but same thing happened to reggaeton. Like when it first popped off here in the States, it was amazing. It was like, I think it was like the early days where you had Daddy Yankee and Tego Calderon, and then other artists, hip hop artists, started like making reggaeton sounding songs, and that's when we had to put a pause and we're like, you know what, and we had to wait for the Bad Bunnies and the J Balvin's to come back and kind of revive it. But even then, like speaking of reggaeton and those artists I just mentioned, curious, you said you want to make different sounding music. Have you thought about maybe even like experimenting with that kind of sound
other
and linking up with
genres?
those other genres like a reggaeton? Because I feel like there's a lot of similarities.
Absolutely,
right?
I mean, I feel like Afrobeats music and Latin music, there's like a crazy overlap,
Yeah,
and dancehall too, like Jamaican, like there's a crazy overlap, and I mean, I definitely dabble here and there.
we're gonna hear something soon.
Yeah,
we're gonna hear something soon.
Yeah, but like for me though, the thing is, I just feel like in terms of fusions and all that stuff, I feel Afrobeats is a genre, but it's also like a culture, like it comes from somewhere, like the slangs, the food, the fashion, the way of life. I feel like someone who's just trying to tap into that for the sake of commercial success,
because it's hot right now, right,
and has no understanding of the culture, where it comes from, and what drives it. You know, I feel like, you know, you're not really doing justice if you just like do that. So I mean, I feel like if anyone's trying to like, you know, infuse Afrobeats, the least they can do is like do some research on the culture.
Facts.
You know,
I'll tell you, we definitely are aware of that, and we're just fans of the music you make and obviously of the culture, and that's why we play it, you know, here in LA. It definitely it gives us a feeling that we need it. I'll tell you, after a while these songs start sounding the same, bro. And so when we get the music that you are providing, others are providing, it's just a breath of fresh air, and we definitely appreciate you even stopping by, because this is big for us, man. I don't know, I'm saying I don't even know how you feel, because you're such a cool laid back guy, but this is big just to have a artist of your caliber from a different country and a different genre come over here, spend time with us. It means a lot, man. And just know that we're gonna hold you down here in Los Angeles, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
It's love, man.
No, thank you so much, CKay, for stopping by. And of course, you're working on a new album. It's coming. New music is coming.
Yes,
Definitely enjoy Love Nuantiti.
I'm not
And
even
we also
try.
have Emilliana out there that you could listen to too. And there's so much more
Go
coming.
stream that.
Thank
All
you so
that.
much, CKay. See y'all new Power Mornings with Letty and Teddy.
Dope.